What's going on, fellas? 1247, the great one, man. So let me come to you, man, with a quick observation, man, because this observing things in the manosphere, observing things, of course, in the so-called American black community. Gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro. Change is not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Change within the so-called manosphere, the black community, all this stuff, change is not going to happen. Change, I'm gonna say this again. I don't want to be Debbie Downer and all that good stuff, but I'm just going to be honest and going to be real. Just telling you what I see. Change is not going to happen. Because you know why? You have a lot of these so-called social justice warriors within, especially the manosphere, right? Within the black community. They're property. How can I say this? A lot of these so-called social justice warriors and all that stuff, all this peace and don't shoot and all this other stuff, listen, it's all a gimmick, because a lot of people are profiting off of dysfunction. This is why I say the black community as a whole might not ever change. I'm just gonna be honest, because people, there's a lot of entities that are profiting off of so-called black American dysfunction. Your police officers are functioning off of black American dysfunction. Court systems, your hospitals, all these different brands and all these different outside sources with outside the so-called community are profiting off of so-called black American dysfunction. See, when so-called black American comes back together and operates as a so-called unit, and people are actually working with each other, then everything around the so-called black community starts to die off. But what these outside sources did, they got at your so-called woman. See, they got at so-called black woman, and they pitted her against the so-called American black man. That's why I say American black man as a whole is basically finished. There is no such thing. There's no, to me, there's no such thing as American black community. It's just American black dysfunction. People are thriving and people are eating off black American dysfunction. And some of these entities around the black American black community don't want you to ever come together. Don't want you to ever raise up. Don't want you to ever be empowered and have a voice, especially for you men. This is why they give the power. This is why your government and all these other entities and these countries, because it's a group effort, bro. It's not just America, bro. There's a lot of different hidden hands. That's putting the battery pack in this, a lot of in your especially in your American black woman. There's a lot of hidden entities. There's a lot of different countries that are assisting in the so-called American black dysfunction. Like I always say, why are all these foreigners coming up in your neighborhoods setting up shop? All these different Chinese and Arabs and all these Africans are rolling up in your neighborhood setting up shop, because a lot of people are profiting off of black American dysfunction. This is why the so-called this peace and tranquility, all this foolishness that we've been talking about for years will never happen. It will never happen, ever. As long as our people are profiting off a so-called, especially a American black man dysfunction, as long as they keep you spinning, keep you going around in circles, so-called American black man, then everybody's winning. Everybody wins but you. See, long as you keep chasing a big booty Keisha all day, then everybody else keeps winning. Long as you keep chasing after big titty Lisa, then everybody keeps winning. But when you have a voice, that's when things start to crumble. This is why brothers like Kevin Samuels is so, I mean, if you gentlemen haven't, if Kevin Samuels haven't opened up your eyes by now, gentlemen, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. You are super lost. You are beyond the beyond. You are in sleep mode, bro. I don't know what else to tell you. So anybody out here trying to preach this black unity, black love, gentlemen, that's a farce. That's a lie. Black unity, black love will never, ever come back. Ever. The 60s, we're not going back to the 60s, bro. This is your reality now within the so-called American black community. This is what it is. You gentlemen have to recognize, and you have to make a decision. Do you want to stay here or do you want to move about? Because I'm gonna say this again: us coming together, and being unified and stuff like this is gonna take a a lot of people around you is gonna lose money. A lot of people that try to be buddy with you and all these different groups of people. Hey, brother, and all this dumb stuff. Nah, bro. These people are profiting off your dysfunction. And the main person that they're using to break up the party is the so-called American black woman. There's many different entities that's empowering her to have power over you. But you gentlemen not thinking. You guys are still sleepwalking. Thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna come together and hold hands and all this. No, gentlemen, that's not gonna happen, bro. I'm sorry to burst your bubble and this and let's renegotiate. No, I'm not renegotiating nothing. I don't care what nobody has to say. Gentlemen, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm not gonna be no more laughing stock of the planet Earth. Because you got 100 dudes trying to chase out the big booty Keisha all day. See, that's what I'm saying, gentlemen. This was other group of men see. They see 50 of y'all chasing after one female. Meanwhile, they up in your neighborhoods doing God knows what, setting up stores and once again, they got generational wealth. But I don't see no so-called black-owned businesses all up in them Chinese people and these Africans, and I don't see that you up in their neighborhoods selling your stuff and your goods, but they all up in yours. Then these people got the nerve to say, hey, brother, this and brother that. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. Gentlemen, you need to wake the hell up, bro. You need to wake your ass up. See what the hell's going on. Get your nose out the crack of Keisha behind, man, and open up your eyes and see what the hell's going on. You know, it's coming to the manosphere. Everything has to be. See, the thing is, the manosphere to me has become a joke. Because everything is about the female, dog. Let me tell you something, man. Once the female is the focal point of your talking point, gentlemen, you have lost. You're done. Nobody's taking you seriously no more. That's why nobody's really taking the manosphere seriously no more. Nobody. Everything you talk about is so-called black female dysfunction. It's not about empowerment. It's not about building. It's not about acquiring things. Trying to establish this, trying to establish that, trying to get some land, trying to do this, trying to do that. Once again, all the talking points in the so-called black manosphere is about the female and her dysfunction. That's when I know you so-called gentlemen, you have lost, bro. You don't have a voice no more. You're done. You're done. You're done. That's why nobody expects the so-called American black man. Because everything that you do, we talked about this the other day. Everything you do has to do with the so-called American black woman. You don't have a voice. That's what I say. The black manosphere is a joke. All this talk about what you don't like and what you don't like, and you come back the next day and you talk about the same thing, and the next day after that you talk about the same thing and the same thing and the same thing and the same thing. This is why the so-called black manosphere and really the black community is not going anywhere, bro. Everything's based off the vagina of the black woman. No voice, no talking points, the same thing over and over and over and over again. And somehow this change is going to miraculously fall into your lap. This white man named Jesus is going to change your problems. If the white man Jesus don't change it, then some white man in some Oval Office is going to change your problems. But all day, every day, you sit there and you complain like a little, man, I want to curse so bad. Complain like a little female. All day, every day, you got brothers out here complaining, female, oh, what's up, promise? Shut the fuck up, man. You complain like a little girl. Oh, black men are being fetishized. Like, what are we? Oh my goodness, bro. Like I say, gentlemen, man, it is what it is, bro. Like the Black Manosphere is a rap, bro. It's like brothers, there's no playing. This is why I bang with the Sysbm so hard, because, gentlemen, I bangs with the message of Sysbm because, brothers, you need to save yourself. You got to save yourself. Save yourself first. Put on your mask to help somebody else put theirs on. You gentlemen need to save yourself. You think you're going to stick around with you keep listening to the manosphere stuff, and you go back to your neighborhoods and nothing's changing, brothers. Everything's getting worse. Everything's getting worse. It's not getting better. Everything's getting worse. Now all of a sudden, it's like brothers got voices. Like brothers can't have voices no more in the black community. Like, bro, if you're in a community and, bro, you can't speak, bro, it's time to leave. If you're in a community and you can't voice your own opinion about what is going on, gentlemen, it's time to roll out. Like, what are we doing? Your so-called community don't even want you to speak. That means you don't have a community. That's not your community, fellas. If I can't come speak freely within my so-called community, and I have to come and I have to be in agreement with whatever the hell y'all talking about, gentlemen, you don't have a community, bro. That community doesn't belong to you. That community doesn't want nothing from, like this, that community doesn't even want you to speak. Gentlemen, name another community on planet Earth where a man can't voice his opinion at all. You can't voice your opinion in the so-called American black community, because everything has to be ran by the so-called American black woman first. And if your talking points are different from the American black community, then you're a sellout. Come on, gentlemen, like, what are we doing, bro? But you come to the manosphere and they act like, oh yeah, this like and the thing is, these people, man, these people are like parasites, bro. Same talking points over and over again, but nothing's changing, gentlemen. Nothing's changing. We got one man, Kevin Samuels, out here who's giving y'all the truth, and this man is being, listen, the thing is, gentlemen, think, bro, think. You got a man who's talking about the dysfunction of a lot of these women and the delusional thinking, and the thing is, he's being, dude, it ain't white supremacy that's trying to tear Kevin Samuels down. You gentlemen have to understand this. It's not the white supremacy that they keep, this boogeyman, boogie woman white supremacy they keep talking about. It's the damn, the woman that had the same hue of flesh as you that's trying to tear him down. So a man who has his opinion, that same, I mean, it's just an opinion. That's all it is. Backed up with some numbers and facts, but I mean, like, you're going to get canceled because you have a voice. You're talking like, bro, in what community where you can't speak? What is this, like Chinese communism, where you can't speak? You have to go with the flow, whatever they tell you to do. But you're in a free country, but you have to be in agreement with whoever what this female says. So these females can say anything and everything about you. You have to be in agreement. As soon as you say something back about her, now it's bashing. Like, gentlemen, like, what are we doing, bro? And this is what you gentlemen want to stay in? This is what you want to rebuild? You think you're going to you actually think you're going to build something with people with energy like this? Then you come to the manosphere and they talk about the same thing. Black women this and black women that, and black women blah blah blah. Like, bro, the thing is, the black manosphere worships the vagina of the black woman. Let's be honest. You guys, all this so-called she man woman haters. What is that saying a lot? Or not saying a lot. The Little Rascals, whatever it is, the she man woman haters or whatever it's called. These men so-called don't like don't like the dysfunction, but you talk about the dysfunction all day. You talk about the dysfunction all day. Like you men make your money off of talking about dysfunction. You're not talking about solutions. You're not talking about building and separate yourself and becoming your own class of people. But you keep talking about the dysfunction of this female, and this is how you make your money. I see the YouTubers all day, every day. You talk about black women's dysfunction, black woman dysfunction, black woman dysfunction, black woman dysfunction, black woman. Like, bro, they try for what though, gentlemen? See, the thing is, they talk about the black woman dysfunction, but then they want you to connect with that black woman dysfunction. See, they talk about the black woman dysfunction and all you sisters and blah blah blah, and you got 4 kids by 3 different dudes and blah 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 blah. But gentlemen, see what is not being said is what is your option. Nobody's talking about your options, brothers. Nobody's talking about solutions. Everybody keeps talking about the problems. And this is one thing I can't stand about the American black community. See, they want jokers want to be entertained all day. But soon as you come with solutions, problems, some truth, then that's boring and this, that, and the third. Gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, brothers, you gentlemen, you gotta rise, bro. You gotta wake up. You gotta move about, man. Because nothing's ever gonna change in the manosphere and in the so-called American black community, bro. This is what the American black community thrives off of. As long as you keep giving these so-called dysfunctional female your energy, then they're gonna keep winning. Like, bro, if it's broken, unless like, to me, it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, if you see somebody or you see something that's broken, right? Say if you got you got a bike which is broken, right? Broke all up, look all distorted, and the wheels doing this and wheels doing that, and the owner of that bike doesn't care if the bike is broken, but they're gonna keep riding that broke ass bike. Gentlemen, how are you gonna fix something when the person who owns the damn bike don't want to fix the problem, but you keep talking about their broke bike? Sister, that bike is broke, sister. That bike is broken. 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 Every day, all day, you talking about the bike being broken. Like, nigga, is she cool with the bike being broken? Yeah, then what do you keep talking about it for? Say, a lot of gentlemen, I say all the time, gentlemen, you've become the female now. The woman in the black community has become the male, has become the masculine energy, and you men have become the female. Because y'all do more talking than they do. See, but the difference is between what the so-called American black man and American black woman is, if there's an issue, these women are going to take action to shut it down. You gentlemen just want to talk about it all day. You want to talk about Big Booty Keisha and her 15 kids and all this other stuff, but you gentlemen don't create no solutions. You don't create nothing. You guys don't, you have pipelines to different places that gentlemen can access to different women and different mind of thinking. No, but you go right back to so-called American black woman and her dysfunction all day. All day you talk about American black woman dysfunction. But somehow changes are going to come someday, somehow, it's just gonna fall into your lap. You just ain't gotta do nothing, but you just gonna talk about it like a little goddamn, like, man, like a little girl all day. All day you're gonna talk about problems. All day. All day you're gonna talk about dysfunction. All day. Yeah, we know little boo boo and little skeet skeet are shooting each other all day. We got that, gentlemen. So where is the solution? You trying to fix the problem? Because you're not trying to fix the problem, gentlemen. You need to keep it moving, bro. Like, what are we doing? I don't care if somebody calls me and sell out this, that. I don't care, bro. I'm not trying to fix nothing no more. I'm done. I'm trying to create my own reality. I ain't trying to fix a broke bike. Like I said, the bike is broken, and the female is okay with riding a broke ass bike. I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to keep talking about the bike. Look at that bike. Look at that bike. Look at that bike. Sister, the bike is broken. The bike is broken. The bike is broken. The bike is broken. Section 8. Section 8. Section 8. Section 8. Obesity. 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 STDs. 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 Abortion. 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 That's what you gentlemen do all day. Talk about her broke ass bike that she not gonna fix, that she don't want to fix. But you're gonna keep talking about it. Come on, man. Well, come on, gentlemen. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, you gentlemen keep waiting if you want to, bro. Like, you gonna be wasting too much time, energy, resources on women who are good to go. If you're here or not, she's good to go. The thing is, what she needs from you is basically your sperm to keep producing these bastard kids. She needs your sperm so she can get assistance. But we know what the problem is, gentlemen. We know what the problem is. We know what the problem is. We can't keep blaming, the government. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, how many decades after decades we're gonna keep going through the same talking points over and over again? Oh, the government, the government, the government, the government, government. Here we go. Okay, yeah. The government's the problem, gentlemen. Oh, okay. So your ass gonna go up here to the government and try to take something over? No, but you're gonna keep talking about the problem? Like I said, man, you guys are wishing upon a star, bro. Wasting too much time, too much energy on foolishness. Nobody cares, bro. Too many people are profiting off of so-called Black American dysfunction. Y'all don't see it? But you're going to blame some boogie white supremacy. You're going to blame the government. You're going to blame everybody else. And, like, gentlemen, it is what it is. The bike is broken. She doesn't want to fix the broken bike. There's no point of keep talking about a broke-ass bike. It's broke. She's going to keep riding that broke bike. It doesn't matter if the steering wheel is like this and the wheels cock like this, and she's shaking all over the place. She don't care, because she's getting to where she's got to go to on that broke ass bike. Instead of you moving a bike, you keep talking about her broke ass bike all day. You talk about her broke ass bike. Oh, you're masculine. You're masculine. 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 Like I said, weave. Masculine, weave. Masculine, obesity, weave. Masculine, obesity, weave. Masculine. All day you talk about her broke ass bike. All day. And look, she's still riding that joker. As long as you keep paying attention to that broke ass bike, and your focus is on her and her broke ass bike, gentlemen, you standing still. The thing is, she's moving on her broke ass bike, and you're standing still talking about her broke ass bike. You're standing still and watching her move forward, and you're standing there all day talking to your mans and your mans and mans and your mans about her broke ass bike. But then got the nerve to call yourself a high value man. Like, come on, man, y'all just kidding yourselves, bro. All day. All day. And this, and guess who's mad? Like, come on, man. Like, this is silly, bro. Oh, so-and-so is this and blah, blah, blah. Come on. This is the respect. I'm telling you this right now, gentlemen. Anybody that keeps talking about like, I didn't want to say it, bro. It is what it is. Everybody's profiting off of so-called Black American dysfunction. People getting paid lots of money to keep talking about so-called Black American dysfunction, especially the Black American female. People don't want a solution. They talk about the problem all day, every day, because a lot of people, this is what a lot of people want to hear. People don't want to hear about you coming together and getting kids off the street, and kids can have decent meals and the better living situations. People don't want to hear about that stuff. They want to hear little boo boo shot little skeet the other day. They want to hear about that all day. The great Black American man. God, little skeet shot little boo boo the other day. That's, I mean, all day keep talking about and these black women keep raising these bastard sons. Okay, and once again, you gentlemen have not created not one solution to even help yourself or to help anybody else. But we all keep talking about it because we just want to be entertained. Little boo boo, little skeet. And Sheila's outside with booties with her fat butt and booty shorts twerking on the corner. Okay. And the solution, and you're talking about it because, I'm just talking about it. So do you have a solution? No, I'm just talking about it. So how are we going to remedy the dysfunction? I don't know, I'm just talking about it. So you don't have a solution to the problem, but you're going to keep talking about the problem just to keep talking about the problem? And one day we shall overcome? Okay. Exactly, bro. It ain't happening, bro. You guys living in the pipe dream. We shall overcome. Okay. So the people back 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago were working. Jokers had their own establishments and things of that nature 100 years ago. There's nothing in America, United States, that's on equivalent to Tulsa, Oklahoma 100 years ago. There's nothing. Might be pockets of people doing stuff here, but there is nothing on the scale of Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. There's nothing that you so-called Black Americans have built that's on that scale. But we're gonna keep talking about little skeet and little boo boo and Rhonda running around the neighborhood butt naked chasing after Roger. Okay. But you keep going to this Arab man store, you keep going to these African stores, you keep going to them Chinese people getting their Chinese food. Once again, everybody's taking you over, but somehow it doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep talking about each other. I don't know. It is, but man, it's just tiring. It is what it is. I'm done. Anyways, you guys, man, move about, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Move about. There's no point in keep talking about the dysfunction, and her dysfunction, his dysfunction, and this dysfunction, and let's come together. Somebody, the cop shot so and so. Okay, cool. So, are we gonna come to the police and try to get some laws changed? Are you so-called Black community people trying to go to your town and your council and trying to get laws changed? I mean, what, like do you have some type of lobbyist or somebody that can you gonna put some money behind some type of law so we can get some things changed? I mean, what are we gonna do? I don't know. We're just gonna keep talking about it. All right, well, that's a wrap. Gentlemen, man, keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving. Call you a coon, oh well. And the thing is, you're gonna call me a coon, and you're gonna stand right there as I roll out and do my thing, and you'll keep calling me a coon. Nobody cares. Uncle Tom, I don't really care, bro. This is a joke, but it doesn't matter. It's entertaining, so that's what it's about. It's about entertainment. It's not development. It's not about moving forward. It's just about entertainment. You want to sit here and act like clowns and court jesters and jokers, and it doesn't matter. As long as I get the bag. Okay, all right, yeah. Everybody's bagging off of your dysfunction, but y'all don't see that though. Anyways, man, I'm rambling on, man. You guys like, share, and subscribe. Hey, man, keep at it, man. One day Peace.